Hello, welcome to Mr. B's Ukulele channel. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy watching. This is the tutorial for Elvis Presley's 1956 classic hit Love Me Tender, and this is a beautiful sort of love ballad, a bit of a rock ballad, and I've selected this for, it's February of course, and I've selected this to celebrate Valentine's Day with on the channel, so you'll be getting the sing-along next week with Valentine's Day for that. Okay, let's have a look at this piece. We're going to have a look at the chords and the strumming pattern and the layout of the song. It's all relatively simple. I put this in as a level 4 just because some of the chords that are in it. So we'll have a look at that first of all, but most of the piece is quite an easy one to learn. So I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Right, the chords first of all. So this is a level 4, as I said, and this is simply because it's got an F minor in, and it sort of defaults to level 4 for that reason. I think in many ways it should have been a level 3 piece. It's not too difficult at all. There are quite a few different chords. It's got an E7 in as well, which is a little bit tricky sometimes if you're not used to it, but it's not too demanding, that one. The main one is the F minor that you might not be familiar with, so we'll have a look at that and the other chords right away. So it starts on a C. In fact, I'll just slowly give you a walk through the piece with a simple down strum. So it starts on a C. Love me tender to the D7. Love me sweet. And that's a really easy transition because we just put our second finger on the second fret. We keep our third finger on the C and add the second finger there to do the bar on the second fret for the D7. Love me sweet to a G7 now. Never let me go. Back to the C. So for the D7 to the G7 goes like that. D7, lower it all and slide up that third finger to the G7 there. Then we go back to the C. Never let me go. Back to the C. Then we do the same again. You have made my D7 life complete. G7. And I love you so. So the only difficult bit there really is probably the D7 to the G7. So you just need to practice that transition. D7 to the G7 and to the C. One more time. D7, G7 and C. So practice that transition because that's probably the hardest bit of the first half of the verse there. Then we get to the second half on the C. Love me tender, E7 there. So the C, love me to the E7, tender to the A minor. That's quite an easy transition. Just lift that second finger up onto the A minor and take everything else off. Love me tender, A minor. Love me true to the C7. You just got to watch out for that and be ready for it. You've got your second finger on the A minor. You're just going to put your first finger there on the C7. It's actually a very easy transition. Let's do that again. Love me tender, A minor. Love me C7, true to the F. That's quite an easy one. We're on the C7 there. I'm going to go to the F. We just lift that up one string and put the second finger in place there. All my dreams fulfilled, and that's where the F minor comes in. So we're on the F. All my F minor dreams fulfilled. Now the transition from the F to the F minor is actually quite a nice one. So there's your F and there's your F minor. F, F minor. Now your F, you just slide that second finger up on the top fret, you keep your first finger where it is, and then add either your third or fourth finger. I prefer to use my fourth finger on this one, my little finger, where you place the C, so the bottom string on the third fret. So it goes F to F minor, F to F minor. Have a good look at that F minor. It is a little bit tricky. It is something that'll be quite new to quite a few of you. But it's nothing too challenging there, and the transition from the F to the F minor is quite nice actually. One more time. There's the F. You just slide that second finger up onto the first fret and then add your little finger on the C position, C chord position. Okay, let's go from the second half of the verse again on the C. Love me tender, A minor. Love me true, C7. F. All F minor. Dreams fulfill. Back to the C. Now you've already got your little finger on the C. You can either keep that there or just switch to your third finger, which is what I did then. All my dreams fulfilled. For my darling, quick A7 there, but your first finger's free, you just pop it on the A7 spot. For my darling, D7, I love you. Back to the G7, and I always will. And we've got the D7, G7, C, exactly as we did earlier on. So it's really just that F to F minor that you've got to master, and then that chord transition of C, D7, G7, C. Once you've done those two aspects and got your head around that, the rest of the piece is really easy. That was a whole verse. There are 3 verses if you look at the layout, 3 obvious verses there, and they just follow each other really nicely. I've put on the strumming pattern either a down strum or a down, down, up. And as I go through the song, I just mix the two together, so it's completely up to you where you use those 2 variations. They're very similar strumming patterns, so you can just choose as and when you change between the 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play you through verse 1 more time without saying the chords as I go, so you can see how it all slots together. Here we go. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfilled. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Okay, there you are. There's Love Me Tender, a wonderful song to sing. Do have a lot of fun with that. Take care.